Well, hello everybody. This is Stumbling Elk, and I am in real VR fishing today, virtual reality. And let's see, I'm just gonna fish. We're doing. There's an open tournament. If you're not familiar with real VR fishing, right now we are participating in the Marlin Open. This is week number 4. I would pull my thumb in, but I can't, so I'll try to cover it up. Week number 4. Of the Marlin Open. I have been nowhere near the top of the charts on the first 3 weeks, so I'm hoping to do a little bit better this time. But without further ado, I'm just going to start fishing and let you join me, and we're going to turn this into first person so you can see what I'm seeing. There you go. And I'm looking for big fish. Now, I've got it set on normal difficulty. There are 3 settings to real VR fishing, if you're not familiar. Normal, hard, and expert. While fishing in the opens, I tend to go normal because there's a fish finder. And I can look around and see what fish react to what bait, and then I can identify the fish that I'm going for. So out here, I have a fish that likes the shiner, the little minnow, and he does not like the crawfish, so I know that guy is my marlin. So I'm going to go ahead and cast. Well, I was going to cast out to him, but I misplaced my cast, so I'm going to cast out there close to him, let it drift down, let my bait drift down, reel it in a little bit, and he just swam away from his swimming area there where I was casting to. That's great. That's alright. I should be able to get him interested. There he is. He's interested in my bait. He's going after it. So right now I'm in 550th place with length on my marlin of 215.3 inches. The score I'm trying to beat is 230.3 inches. So I don't know that I'll ever get up there, but it's worth a shot. And the week started today, so I've got a full week to try to get up there in the lead, or at least in the top 100. And I gotta say, I love this game. I have been playing it since it first came out, or shortly after. As soon as I got my headset, I had seen this game advertised, and I went ahead and just jumped on it, and I've been fishing ever since in this game. When it was only 20 maps, 186 inches ain't gonna cut it. Wow. So, yeah, when it's only 20 locations in South Korea. Okay, so that one doesn't like the crawfish, but only by a little, so that's not my fish. But no more marlins in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and reset my fish, and whenever you switch difficulties, it just resets your fish. So I'm going to go hard, back to normal, so I've got my fish finder. I got my shiner on there. I got 2 marlins right in a straight line from me, right there. So we'll go for the surface marlin first. Try to pull this back in towards him. There he goes. So it's relatively easy to catch the marlin. What's hard is getting a big one, because it's the luck of the draw. Yeah, so I'm not even sure how many total locations are out there now. There are locations, like I said, in South Korea where they started. U.S. West has locations. They have Mexico locations. 188, that's not going to cut it either. They have European locations. Thinking Australia, they've got some locations. I buy the DLCs as soon as they come out. I just haven't been able to fish all of them because they have so many events that I want to be in on just for the heck of it. This one might be a big one. We'll see. That I fish the events, and then as I get time, I go and I fish the locations that I haven't really fished a whole lot, or ones where I haven't caught all the fish or all the species that are at that location. In which, with each new DLC, they introduce a few new species. So there are species that are only found in the European locations, some that are only found in Mexico, as you would expect. Oop, missed that snap. I might have to move my camera out of my way. This one looks like a rather large one. I don't know if it's going to beat my current max, my personal best, but we'll see. .216, I beat my personal best by an inch. So, not even, just shy of an inch. Let's refresh and see where that puts me. 33rd place. We're going to keep that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to reach over here and move my camera out of the way a little bit. Let's see, where have I got some more? We got one right down there. We'll see if I can pinpoint him and not draw in that other one behind him. There he is. He's going after it. So one of the things I really love about this game is the multiplayer, and I'm not big into playing games with people that I don't know. I have been known to jump into random rooms and meet people, and there are some really lovely people in this game, really nice people playing this game. But my parents, we've gotten both my parents each a headset, my mom and my dad, and they fish with me, which is really awesome. They are both in their 80s. and to be able to spend time with them is one of the best things that I have found about this game, considering, I'm going to go selfie mode for a second, considering that we live like 12 hours away from each other, 11 hours driving. It's about a 12-hour drive. So I don't get to see them a whole lot, but being able to fish with them in real VR fishing, where I can see their avatar sitting just a boat away from me, and we can sit there and have a conversation like I'm having a conversation with you right now, is really cool. It is one of the best things about VR. It's one of the best things about real VR fishing, is being able to have my parents in the same room with me, having a conversation as if we were together. It's great. Anyway, I digress. I love it. So let's see what else we got out there. I'm just going to put it on the crawfish and see what's red, because it seems to be every one of those big fish that's red on a crawfish, it ends up being green on the shiner, and that's the one I'm going for. So no more out there right now. Oh, 1, 2, they're both on the surface. 3, yeah, and that one's mid depth. 4, 5. I got 5 marlins out here. We're gonna go after these surface level ones first. And here I was pointing at all that, and y'all don't even see because I was in selfie mode. We'll switch it back over to first person so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, we'll probably clear this group of marlins and then call it a day. I got other things I got to do. If you haven't tried real VR fishing, you got to try it. There's quite a few DLCs to get with it. There is a little bit of a learning curve. Not much though. And the community is freaking awesome. $181. Okay, I'm liking those 180s. There you go. So for Shark Week, they typically have a shark event going on. Well, that was a nifty little spin around you did out there. 186. Alright, let's see. I had one there and two down low over here. Let's go for these down over here. I hope so you can cast. Trying to drop it down on the top of both of them and see which one takes it. There's one right there. $196. That's bigger than the ones I've been catching, but still not big enough. A little further cast. I'd rather draw it in and have to reel it in on top of them than be too shy on my cast. There he is. There he is. Yeah, like I said, it's real easy to catch them. It's just getting in that top group of numbers that's a pain in the butt. I don't think I've made it into the top 100 for any week in the series yet. I've made it in the top 200. I keep checking my camera to make sure that I'm still casting or still streaming, because LIV has a tendency to drop the stream every once in a while. 182, it's not good. Alright, this other guy was at mid depth, and it's this guy out here. But I gotta contend with a couple others that like the same bait. So let's see if that was easy. That was easy. 183. Just ain't gonna cut it. Alright, let's see. Do I have any more? Alright. Sometimes they spawn in as you're culling the herd, as it were. So, nope, no more. So we are going to, let's put this in selfie mode. So I'm going to call that. For those of you who might not be familiar with real VR fishing, let's go back to the lodge. Let me go to, here, watch this. Let me go to my map here on my menu. And I'm going to go to my lodge. And go to the main lobby. If it continues to stream while we're going here. So this, you should be seeing my... And there we are. We're still streaming like that. So this is the lodge. And I'm going to set it up for a follow distance of 4. And I'm going to say follow. And I'm going to show you around my lodge. Well, first off, I don't know if you can see. Let's do this. We'll take it off of follow. I'm going to say first person, and we'll go show you around the lodge like this. That is the trophy for participating in the Marlin Open. I'm hoping that the hologram fills in once we complete all 5 weeks. Because that would just be too cool to have a marlin up there on the wall. Out here, we have a couple shark trophies from some of the shark weeks. And we have a couple megalodon sharks out here swimming around. You might see one jump here in a moment. See, there's a fin out there. And these were added for participating in the huge shark event. There's another guy right there. There's 2 of them. There's 2 Big Daddy megalodons out there. Yeah, where'd you go? Right over there. There you go. There you go. 2 Big Daddy megalodons. Now, here's a hologram. I did not get very far in this one. I didn't collect everything I was supposed to collect, and I think that's why it's still a hologram, but I don't know. There. You got a little bit of a fish bowl there with a little fish in it. Kind of cute. So... And that's just the upstairs. So if you're not familiar with real VR fishing, there's a lodge. You can bring your friends back into your lodge. There is a downstairs. There's a saltwater tank downstairs. But I'll let you experience that on your own when you get the game. Other than that, there's not much else to tell other than it's very enjoyable. So if you haven't tried it, you should try it. And with that, I am gone. And to everybody who's familiar with the game, and even those that aren't, tight lines, everybody.